I can't touch you, but we're connected. Everything's connected. And that's a universal truth. Universal law number one, the law of sacred divine connection, interconnection. Everything is everywhere. This has been true forever. It's supported in scripture. I want to have a conversation today about how that connects me and you and everybody else out there, and why that's so important right now as our world's experiencing a elevation of consciousness. And I love having these conversations with other people who are waking up and realizing that we're more than our bodies, we're more than our bank accounts, we're more than our brains, but we are something greater that has an power to actually create the life that right now we don't have. I'm Tom Miller, and I'm on a mission to alleviate suffering selfishly for myself and for other people. But more than that, to help us have the life experience that we always knew was possible. So if you're waking up every morning thinking, man, there's got to be more to this. I know I'm meant for more than this. I know I'm capable of more than this. And ask yourself this: if I were to die right now, you were to die right now, would you be happy with the legacy you're leaving behind? Are there two, three, four, five things that you know you could do, you've wanted to do, it's in your heart to do, it's in your essence to do, but you haven't done them yet? This is a global epidemic. Like, people are not living up to their potential. They're not putting out and sharing what they're capable of, because the purpose of life is simple. CNC, not the music factory. Connection and contribution. And we all have something to contribute. And our contribution will always elevate the consciousness or energy state of others. And that could be helping people have more joy. And here's why it's important: when we help ourselves, we help everyone. If this video reaches one person, it helps them, it helps me, and it helps everybody in there. Say it reaches Joe or Jill or Joe and Jill, maybe Jack too. Let's just talk about Joe. So it reaches Joe. Joe watches it. His level of consciousness elevates just a tiny bit, and he does something a little bit different and feels a little bit different tomorrow. He awakens tomorrow with a slightly higher level of consciousness. This is not only going to impact Joe's day, it's going to impact everyone's day around him. Now, you don't have to take my word for it, because we may have never met. Maybe you don't like my green shirt. This is a universal truth. And if you are Christian, there's biblical scripture that breaks it down. If you're like me and you were really big into physiology and how the body works, you thought the body was so important, and there's physiological proof. There's quantum and classical physics proof. Buddhism also agrees. So does Taoism. Let's just talk, because most people are Christian. And me, my religion is love and light. I don't have a traditional religion affiliation, but I love all the religions. They're all right, but none of them are wrong, which means none of them are more right or correct than the others. But enough about the religious debate. Don't let that throw you. But if you are Christian, Corinthians 12:12, just as a body, though one, has many parts, but all its many parts form one body, so it is with Christ. John 17:21, that all of them may be one, Father, just as you are in me and I am in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. Buddhists, anatta, non-self. The concept of separate, independent self is an illusion. What we think of as self is merely a collection of experiences, emotions, and conditions interacting with the greater whole. This obviously resonates with the law of oneness. And I'm a big fan of Taoism. You can talk about qi, yin and yang. You've heard of all these things. Wu wei, that's flow, effortless action. And the Tao itself, which is the way, which is Taoism, the Tao, teaches that there is an underlying force that flows through all things, the Tao. It is the source and essence of everything, much like the law of divine oneness. Everyone's teaching this universal law. We are all connected. And I would love more than anything to build a community of people who are inspired, willing, and open to awaken a bit more, raise their consciousness a bit more, and help each other through this journey, because the world's changing. While some people are just looking at all the negative things that are happening, there's a group of us, which is growing bigger every day, that are looking for opportunities to elevate our level of consciousness, our level of joy, awareness, acceptance. And you hear a lot of words like manifestation, law of attraction, but it's all energy. All of it's energy. But here's the thing, my energy alone does not fully impact my life. Of course, my energy matters. I send up my aspirations, my desires, my manifestation requests. They go up and they go all the way to the quantum field, the Akash. They go to a higher energy receiving center and they mix in with other people's. And then it comes back to me and it comes to other people. So if you are sending up negative requests and thoughts and feelings and emotions, well, it's impacting yourself a lot and it's impacting others. But if we're sending up just a slightly higher vibration, a slightly higher intention, we're actually changing the universal consciousness. Now, Joe Dispenza talks a lot about this, Gary Zukav, David Bayer, Brenda Turner, love her, Eckhart Tolle, Gary Zukav, Don Miguel Ruiz, and then there's Jesus, Buddha, the Tao Te Ching, Muhammad, all the spiritual superheroes. Everyone's talking about this energy. But it's like in school, and even in society, there's three things that are off limits to talk about: money, sex, and God. So if we all can just say, God is higher, however you define God, or whether you define God or not, fine, the highest power. But right below that is the quantum field, the vortex, the infinite field of collaborating energy. And that's where we're all connected. Let's get scientifical. Say you're completely atheist. All this spiritual mumbo jumbo, the word spiritual, the word God, just makes you want to barf. Okay, I used to be that way, by the way. Now the words don't bother me because we're all talking about the same thing. But if you happen to be where some people are, quantum mechanics talks about quantum entanglement, and that's entangled particles remain instantly connected regardless of distance. What happens to one affects the others, even across galaxies. And this totally aligns with the law of divine oneness, the divine of interconnectedness, that law, that truth, which states that all things influence each other because they are part of the same universal field of consciousness. Everything's connected. So when you decide to align your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your intentions, your words, and your actions with a higher level of awareness and consciousness, you are impacting many. And when we come together and support one another and share our struggles, and we're turning them into stepping stones, and our epiphanies, our discoveries, our awakenings, we are actually making the world a better place. And at the same time, we're improving our own lives. Contribution and connection. The connection's there. So here's what we can all do. Raise your vibration starting today. Feel lighter. There's two states, light and dark. Call it good and bad. Call it high vibration frequency, low frequency vibration. Or call it powerful. Starts with a P, because these states also activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Or call it stressed or scared. Starts with an S. These states activate your sympathetic nervous system, because this is all physiologically connected as well. Meaning if you spend a lot of time feeling scared, stressed, shame, guilt, and blame, not only is it messing up your cellular function and cell metabolism, you're going to get sick, not just colds, you're going to get stuff like cancer and epigenetic changes will occur and you're going to get diseases you otherwise wouldn't have, and you'll pass those on to your kids. But also, you're sending out messages that you want more stress. You want more things to stress about. Deciding to change your energetic state, your level of consciousness, into a powerful state is the first step for everyone. And I'm not saying life gets perfect. Life is going to smack you around. It's going to punch you in the gut. It's going to kick you in the ding ding. And it hurts and it's painful. And we have to feel that pain, let it flow through, and reshape, restructure, and realign. Think better feeling thoughts. And how do you do that? You have to have a guiding light, a North Star. Call it your main aspiration. An aspiration is an inspired desire without attachment, meaning this desire is coming from within. Like, I've always known I needed to share this information. I've always known I need to help people elevate their state. I've always known that addiction is bad and it's not good for anyone. I always know that kids need to get a better deal no matter how crappy their parents are. Like, I've known these things. And I've always known there's a layer of information and energy that we don't see, but it controls and alters everything. And I think you know it too. It's just remembering it. So I've known that that was my aspiration, to somehow share that with others. And I did it as an elementary school teacher, but it wasn't quite cutting it. I also did it as a gym owner and fitness professional, trainer, coach, nutrition guy. It was good, but it wasn't impacting people. Because the actions alone don't do it. It requires an identity shift, an energetic shift. And that means recognizing the programs that are keeping us stuck in low vibration energies, fear, doubt, worry, stress, and deciding to align with the higher vibration energies, all by keeping our attention on our North Star, our guiding light, that aspiration. Deciding that that aspiration is worth paying attention to. Because here's the thing, as soon as you decide that this aspiration isn't some crazy dream and you can't ever do it because you don't have enough time, you don't have enough money, you have kids and mouths to feed and need a roof over the head, all these excuses we make, and just decide that this aspiration is going to be in your locus of attention. You're going to give it attention. And you decide to start feeling as if it's important and as if you love it, and you send love to it and get love from it. The universe starts conspiring to help you. Because if you think, oh, I should be doing more, and you have a negative feeling, the universe is going to help you, and it's going to get more negative before it gets better. Some people have spiritual awakenings, revelations. They come to their senses after a series of very negative events. Or like me, negative event, build it up, build it up, build it up, gets better, gets better. Another negative event, start over again. Build it up, build it up, build it up, gets better. Negative event, starts over again. The good news is each time I start over again, it's a little higher than the time before. But what if I didn't have to keep starting over? What if I just kept leveling up my consciousness, shifting my energetic identity, and I just kept leveling up? And by leveling up, I'm not just talking about the big three: relationships, health, and wealth. But you need the big three to be happy and content on this physical world. So I'm not saying those aren't important, but that's not the true measure of success. The true measure of success is the degree that we align with our true aspiration, the amount of attention we give it, and the amount we feel as if we're in process of making it so. The more time we spend in that space, the higher our awareness goes, the more people we attract. And I hope by making this video, I'm going to get some comments. I'm with you. Yes, we're in this together, because I don't want to do this alone. I feel like there's others out there that see this. They see the light. They want to be in the light. They want to spend more time in the light. They want more conscious connections They want their relationships to be conscious. They want their relationships to be true and in the light. Lighten up. I'm on a mission to lighten my own life up and to help others lighten their life up as well. I have a whole nother job to pay the bills. So I'm not trying to make any money from this. Maybe someday, that's my dream. But right now, I just want to share. I want to build a community of other light, get it, light-minded people who know they're not where they want to be yet, but they know that it's there and that it requires a shift. So in my next video, I plan to talk about the truth versus our personal truth. I will end this video because I don't want to be too long, because then you won't watch the whole thing. And I want to form a community here. So everybody either wants more money, everybody wants to change something. We either want more money, a better relationship, or better health, or maybe a sense of purpose or peace of mind. All of them are connected. I'll see you in the next video, and comment below that you are in, and let's keep this community growing. Thank you.